Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Are you excited about today?
I am. I've already seen the movie, but most of these folks have not. And time travel, what's the movie called? Time Travel is Dangerous is so funny. It just got 4 stars from The Guardian. And I just really love it. And I loved it so much that I was like, we got to go publicize this, put me on tour, send me to the mall. So I'm going on a mini mall tour of movie theaters sort of around the country and in Ireland and trying to spread the word because obviously it's an independent film. These are not big budgets we're working with, but the movie has such heart. It's so funny, and I just want as many people as possible to see it.
Yeah, what actually drew you to this? Like, what attracted you to want to be a part of it?
Well, Chris, the director, sent me the script, and he also sent me some short films that they had made about 6 years ago, and I watched them, and the short films were so funny, and I was like, who are these 2 women, Ruth and Megan, who star in the film, and they play themselves, and I was like, I don't care what is in the script, I must come do this and be friends with you, the director, and these women. I just knew that I was going to love them. I, of course, did. We get on like nothing you would ever know. But I like to give my little pitch for the movie, which is the movie is about 2 best friends, Ruth and Megan, who go back in time, steal things from whatever time period, bring them back to modern day, and sell those items in their vintage shop here in Muswell Hill. But the kicker is, Ruth and Megan, they themselves, prior to this film, were not actors, and they actually own a vintage shop, and they sell old things that they may or may not have stolen from the past. JK, JK, the time machine does not work yet, but they are so funny, and they have this just deadpan delivery that, I don't know, it reminds me of Christopher Guest movies like Waiting for Guffman, the one about the dog, Best in Show. I don't know if you've seen those movies. They're mockumentaries, as is this one. And just the 2 of them on screen it's movie magic. I like to describe it as Bill and Ted meets Romeo and Michelle.
So for someone that has seen this film, what would you say is your favourite scene, and what was your favourite scene to be a part of?
My favorite scene in the movie?
Without giving too much away, and why would you say it's your favourite?
My favorite scene? Well, the favorite one that I filmed was one that's in a pub right, I think, near or in the Barbican. And at one point we were filming inside of a very small restroom. The whole group of me, Guy Henry, Sophie Thompson, Tony Way, Brian Bovell. Wait, I don't know if he was in that one. Anyway, there was a bunch of us crammed in this bathroom, and we were it was hot. It was horrible in the moment, but looking back, it was just so fun and so stupid. And I don't know, just conversations that we had in there were really fun. So my favorite scene to watch is they go to this part in the movie called The Unreason, which is like an interdimensional thing. And down in there, it's all sort of pink and foggy, and Jane Horrocks is down there playing sort of Amelia Earhart meets the Mad Hatter. It's very strange. There's puppets. It's bonkers. And I can't wait for people to see it because I just love that as an audience member myself.
So being a comedy genius, as you are, when it comes to comedic, when you're choosing roles, do you have to find it funny yourself for you to take it, or do you get to add your own input to a role?
Well, it's like in theater, I will say I am picky what I'm going to spend my time on, because back in Los Angeles, you're doing it for the love of doing theater. There's not much money to be made. But obviously, when you're doing, I've done Broadway musicals and that stuff, that's great. But when you're doing stuff that, is being done independently with no studio, no production company, and it's you and your friends, I do get a little picky about what I'm going to spend my free time on. But one of the best choices I made was doing a play called Tilda Swinton Answers an Ad on Craigslist, which we played here in London. We played up at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and that was the most fun I've had on stage. I would do that show every night for free. If you want me to, I'll do it. Just because the role is so funny, and like, it's bonkers and it's goofy, but it's also like, I get to be very serious and dramatic and like make myself cry out of one eye in the name of comedy. But Tilda, I forgot to say I'm playing the role of Tilda Swinton. Tilda gets very serious. And so that was so much fun because I got to do the everything you'd ever want to do as an actor all in one play. And a lot of times, like, you know, you're kind of playing just one thing or just one quality. So to get the chance to do everything and be the star of the show was really fun. And like, that was a great choice I made on how to spend my time.
So my friend Tilly actually wanted me to ask you this. Has Tilda been in touch with you?
She's not. Tilda, waiting to hear from you. I think we'd be open if you would like to play yourself in the movie version of Tilda Swinton Answers an Ad on Craigslist, and I'll happily produce and give you some blocking and some bits if you want them. We have, I know some of her people, like some of her reps came and saw it in LA. I ran into her niece in Edinburgh. I think she was maybe a student there. I happened to hand her a flyer, and she said, "That's my auntie." What? And I looked at her, and she looked very similar. I said, "Yes, she is your auntie. I can see that. Here's some tickets." So we took a photo. I think it maybe made its way to Tilda. Tilda's stylist brought some friends, including Gwendolyn Christie, when we played at the London Vaults Festival. So she hasn't seen it, but I do have a dream that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get plane tickets that arrive in my email to go to Nairn, Scotland. And we're just all summoned there. And we're forced to go do the play in a makeshift stage inside of her castle. And there's only one chair, and it's in the back of the room. And it's just her sitting there in the shadows. And she does nothing. She says nothing. She doesn't laugh. And we finish it. She gets up and she exits and quietly leaves. That's my dream of meeting her, or more like being summoned by her. I would like to be summoned by her in a very strange way. So I think she knows about it, which means that she knows that we've done it with love. It is a parody in a way, but it's like definitely, you can tell that like we really revere her. So I think if that was not the case, it might have got shut down. And also, it's been pretty small scale. You know, we're still producing it ourselves. So,
Buffy reboot, would you be up for it?
Oh, of course, I would love to. If they'll have me, sure. I mean, that role changed my life, and getting to work on that show, and especially getting to work with Sarah, was. I mean, I can't reveal the acting secrets I learned from her, but I did, and I still use them. And I'm just so excited that a new generation of viewers will get to experience it, and I'm really excited that Sarah is the one that's really spearheading it and making sure that, you know, it's up to par and that it gets done right. Obviously, with her, it will be done amazingly. So yeah, I'm excited to get to see it myself.
I'm currently on Series 7. I have rewatched it a million times. I know it's crazy when you hear about lecturers teaching the show to their students. What do you think about that?
Is that still happening? Do people...
It's so used commonly all the time, especially it changed media essentially. It's like the vampire, like the prosthetic.
True, you know, I feel like it did launch hundreds of other vampire things. I feel like it did change like what the tone of a television show could be. It could be funny and dramatic at the same time, and scary and horror and all the things. Like, it definitely was a multi-genre show. Yeah, that's interesting that it's being like shot. Look, I'm here. I'm available. I'm with this hair. I need to be a theater professor at some point. Yeah. Could I teach? You know, the thing is, I don't go back and watch it because I don't want to watch myself.
You were great in it, though.
Well, thank you. Thanks. Most actors don't want to watch themselves because all we do is look at our hair. We question our hair choices, our wardrobe choices, and then we're like, oh, I could have done that better. So, yeah, I haven't really gone back and watched it. I would go back and watch it if somebody wanted to sink some money into a rewatch podcast. My friend Felicia Day and I have a Bridgerton podcast, and we also watch The Witcher and a couple other things. And we're like, should we do that? And we're like, yes, if someone wants to pay us lots of money, we will do that.
Also, we feel like it's like we've all lost a little sister, Michelle. What was your fondest memories of her?
Oh gosh, it was so long ago. I mean, just memories of her in the trailer, getting ready, joking around and listening to music, and obviously it's a really sad circumstance. Yeah.
It's so lovely to rewatch it and see her as well, because she's just such a great actress, and I grew up with her, like I grew up with you as well, so it's just so lovely to rewatch it and still have her talents be shown to so many new people. Well,
I know how much she meant to so many audience members, and obviously to her friends and family, and I guess that's, you know, I think when we're dealing with tragedies in the world of, you know, entertainment, like I think the fans of their work are able to seek comfort in watching their work, and I know that it still means a lot to so many people.
And then lastly, what can we expect from you in the future? What can we expect from you in the future?
I've got a little role on a K-drama. I got to go to Seoul, South Korea, and work on a K-drama.
Squid Game?
No, it's not. It's called Tempest. It comes out this year. And then I am producing a musical adaptation of The Guild, which is Felicia Day's website from, when was that? The mid 2012-ish, maybe? Anyway, we're doing it as a musical. We just did its first performance, and we're looking to do bigger and better. So that is my big project. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really love your work, and it's so lovely to meet you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for chatting.